Eddie, to go back to what we were talking about in terms of the abnormality of this moment, you are a black man in America, I'm a brown man in America. Did you ever think we would have a leading presidential candidate, one that right now is on course to win, according to a whole host of polls, echoing nakedly Nazi rhetoric about the poisoning of the blood of this country? And somehow people are just fine with it. We kind of shrug and move on.
You know, I never thought I would experience it in my lifetime, Mehdi. But, you know, the interesting thing about it is that Donald Trump is not exceptional in a certain sense. He's actually reflective of a deep illiberal tradition in the United States that the tradition out of which I come is very much familiar with. And I think we need to understand that very clearly. And I also think we need to understand why this is attractive. I'm going to defer to Professor Ben-Ghiat on the strong men and the autocrats and the fascists. But I do want to say that this is a reflection of the collapse of an economic system where the neoliberal logic of Reaganism and Thatcherism, or however we want to describe it, that has left people out there trying to barely keeping their noses above water. And now they're reaching for languages of order as that economic system collapses and reveals itself to be bankrupt. And I'm not talking about, you know, our 401ks doing okay. I'm talking about people struggling to put food on the table, keep their kids in college and the like. And so you have this kind of sense of instability that's leading people to reach for strong men to give them a sense of order. And when they do that, they look to the other. They look to the other, Mehdi, as the reason for why they're catching hell. And so I never thought I would see a Trump in my lifetime. But you know what? This is damn familiar to me, if that makes sense.